are attributes and names of Allah, and you could see why, because truth is always clear, right? Like falsehood is, full of confusion and doubt and ambiguous, right? But truth is just clear.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, my beautiful women of Quran. Now, welcome to another video. In this video, we are discussing clarity and how underrated it is. Subhanallah. When you have clarity in your affairs, you have insight, you have tranquility, you're able to actually reason, you're able to make beautiful choices for yourself, right? And you're able to avoid sabotaging yourself. So this is really important. And this is what we're going to talk about today. I am your coach, Umm Yahya, and I've been coaching sisters for over 10 years now. I recently trained in attachment styles, and that has been so clarifying. And actually, this past 6 months, there were a few things that brought so much clarity to me, and that's what I want to share with you in this video. So let's dive in, bi'idhnillah. I don't know about you, but I do not like to be unclear. Subhanallah, I think with my attachment style, actually, I think when things are not clear to me, it feels unsafe. I worry. I tend to go into worst case scenarios. And so this is something that by default I know is linked to trauma and linked to my attachment style. But I know as human beings, we like things to be clear, right? And this is why it's so important for us to use a means to gain clarity. So how can we gain clarity as Muslim women? There are 3 ways that I want to talk about. There are so many more, but there are more than 3 ways. But let's first look into option number 1, how you could gain clarity and Sakinah today. One way, honestly, is to observe yourself. Observe, because usually you will feel weird. Like, I don't know why I'm so tired. I don't know how my body is so achy. I don't know what's going on with me. Observing what is going on with you is going to be really important, because you may not know why you would snap at your spouse, for instance, or snap at your children. There is something within you that is disturbing you, and you may not always be aware of it. So building awareness would be, I would say, number 1, keep a journal, and every day check in with yourself. How do you feel? Why do you think you feel this way? What was the dominant thought today that I had? Like, what were the thoughts that were, dominating most of my day? Were they positive thought? Were they negative thought? Were they waswasa? What was it, right? What part of my cycle I'm in? So really observing and checking in with yourself on a daily basis is going to help you to build awareness and actually understand a bit more about what's going on autopilot for you, what's going on at the subconscious level. It will bring up some triggers, like, why was I triggered? And this I do in the Freedom Coaching. We talk about it. If you don't like writing, you could do an audio journal. Every day you take your phone and you do, okay, today this was my day and this is what I did, and you keep an audio journal. Whatever it is, I would say tip number 1 to actually building awareness, gaining clarity, and Sakinah would be to deal with yourself, understand yourself a bit more. And if you have a coach with you that could actually pinpoint those blind spots that you're not able to see, that will speed up the process for you. Working with a coach would absolutely help you do that. SubhanAllah, they're trained to do that. I'm trained to do that if you want to sit with me online and work together, bi'idhnillah. I'm actually really excited because this month we're launching this new Qur'an Plus Coaching and Coaching program that includes the work that I've learned recently on attachment styles. So the Fatima plan now, the one-on-one has attachment style elements to it. The Maryam plan also, same thing. And you will be amazed at how much clarity you gain about your own self. So message me or click on the links below and we can work together. That will be my pleasure. So that is tip number 1. Let's go into tip number 2. So tip number 2 is about your ibadah. How is your ibadah, my dear sister? Do you feel heavy? Do you feel heavy to pray, heavy to read the Quran? Do you feel like, oh, I don't feel like listening to the Quran. I don't feel like reading. I don't feel like learning. I've been enrolled in a class, but I keep canceling. I start a class and then I get off and I'm not able to be consistent. Do you feel there's a lot of heaviness when it comes to your worship? If that is the case, then you know that you are under a spiritual attack. this is not me being dramatic over here. Allah Azza wa Jalla tells us in the Quran that shaitan is an enemy and that we should treat him as an enemy. And actually Allah tells us he is a clear enemy. The word mubin is used. So clear, there is no doubt about this enmity. So he does not want you to improve in your ibadah. So if you feel that you are actually like your ibadah becomes heavy, then my solution for you will be to engage in self-ruqya. And it's so simple. It's not complicated at all to engage in self-ruqya, subhanallah. And that's what I also teach my sisters when they coach with me. We go into self-ruqya and I teach them how to do it. But honestly, recite Surah Al-Fatiha in some water and drink, and do that on a regular basis. If you have Zamzam, you can mix it, and you will see how all this worriness, tiredness, confusion, feeling heavy, all like ruminating, thinking worst case scenario, like how all of this negativity will slowly leave you, because the attacks are real. And so you can also tell if you're being attacked by certain dreams that you may be having, which again I will discuss with the sisters, because I did take a class in dream interpretation, so I'm able to help with that as well. So that's for tip number 2. Now tip number 3 has to do with the Quran. This is Women of Quran now, after all, right? So tip number 3 is about sticking to what is clear. Allah Azza wa Jal calls the Quran mubin. It is clear, it is clarifying, it is clear, it is manifest. And so if you stick to the Quran, you stick to what is clear, you avoid what is doubtful, you avoid the doubtful matters. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, this is the advice that he gave us in the hadith. And if we do that, we are at peace. Because clarity brings tranquility, clarity brings Sakinah. And so we have classes. Seek the knowledge, because you cannot gain clarity without knowledge, sisters. Seek the knowledge. Again, we have these new plans. Once you seek the knowledge, you will see how you're able to be focused, because you're clear, you know what to do, you'll be more positive, and you will feel good overall. So let's recap, sisters. We said number 1, observe yourself, check in with yourself. You could do it with a journal, with a planner. The Women of Quran Now planner is available. You could do that with your dailies and check in. What are the dominant thoughts, dominant emotions of that day? Trying to understand what's going on with you. If you need help understanding your triggers, I'm a coach. I'm here to help. I have so much information that I want to share with you, and I would love to work with you and see you gain that clarity and that Sakinah. Also, we said that number 2, you want to make sure that you do ruqya. If you find yourself, heavy in your act of worship, you don't want to do dhikr. You want to do other things. You don't want to pray on time. You're dragging yourself to salah. Your Quran, you're barely opening up. You want to. Your conscious mind is telling you, let's do this. This is good for us. But you just it's like going up the hill. If that is the case, you probably are under attack spiritually. And so in this case, what you want to do is do self-ruqya. Because shaitan is the one that does not want you to actually do ibadah. So, help yourself. Ruqya is for everything. It's not just for spiritual sickness, it's for everything. And you will feel good at the end of the day. Number 3, seek the knowledge. Seek the knowledge. Stick to what is clear. And you will not gain clarity unless you seek knowledge. So seek the knowledge of the Quran that is called Mubin. Seek the knowledge of your Lord who is Al-Mubin. Seek the knowledge of the Hadith, the Sunnah, because the Prophet ﷺ was also called Mubin. So seek the knowledge of that so that you gain clarity and you stick to what is clear, you avoid doubtful matters, and you save yourself. In the upcoming videos, inshallah, I'm going to try to go into each one of these tips in depth. So we'll go into the first one and how to check with yourself on a daily basis, and tip number 1. Then we'll go into the second one and how to do a bit more about how to do self-ruqya, and we'll go into the third one as well in depth about how to seek knowledge and stick to what is clear and avoid doubtful matters. I hope this video was helpful to you. Any good is from Allah, any mistake is from me, and may Allah forgive me. Subhanaka Allahumma bihamdik, ashhadu an la ilaha illa ant, astaghfiruka wa atubu ilayk. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.